Hey everybody, it's JT. Thanks a lot for joining me in this video about modes. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate shortly, and I'm going to show you what modes sound like, because ultimately that's the most important thing. What do they sound like? I'm going to grab my guitar in a second, but I'm just going to show you really quickly how we derive modes from a major scale. Okay, so people have trouble understanding this in the beginning, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. And of course, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. And please like my video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. All right, so I have up here on the board, I have a C major scale, and I wrote the half step, whole step relationship between the notes of any major scale. When you start on the first step, the first degree of any major scale, this is the relationship between the whole steps and half steps. Now, real quick, a half step is the shortest distance that you can move on your instrument. Okay, so E to F is a half step. All right. B to C is a half step. A whole step is just two half steps. All right. So we have C to D, we have G to A. Those are whole steps. So the relationship in a major scale is the relationship I wrote on the board here. WWH, WWWH. Now I extended a couple of notes on the end because now I'm going to just show you, without going through every note of the scale, I'm going to show you the next couple of notes and how we derive modes from them. So from D to D, you can see you have a different relationship between the half steps and the whole steps. It's totally different, actually. Not totally, but a lot different from D to D. Okay, so D to D is what we call D Dorian. So in a Dorian scale, the first note that you start on, from the first note, you're going to move a whole step, then you're going to move a half step, then a whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, and then another whole step. All right, so that creates a Dorian mode. All right, so we're just working off the C major scale here, and we're extracting the formulas from the other notes in relation to them up an octave. So D to D, E to E, F to F, G to G, and so on. All right, so that's how we get Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, and Ionian. Ionian is the tonic, the major scale. All right, so we extract this formula. But in order to really understand this, you got to hear it over a pedal tone. So I'm going to play E on the guitar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play an E major scale. I'm going to play an E Dorian scale, an E Phrygian scale, an E Lydian scale. And I'm going to play all of the modes from the first note, from that E. All right, so let's see what that sounds like. I'm going to get my guitar.